Okay, so we made it to the stores. I just want to let y'all know that we're going to go in and I'm going to show you guys, because this is not talked about so many times, and I want this to be like an emergency kit for all my girlies out there that are young or have started their menstrual cycle, you know, periods. And my daughters, they're very young still, but I want to be able to have things prepared for them when the time does come. I started very late. I didn't get my period until I was 12. We could talk about that story time another day. But with my daughter, she was telling me that last year, one of her friends in her classroom, and she was the same age as my daughter, she got her period at 8 or 9 years old. And so I want to be able to prepare myself and have a kit for her just in case if anything happens. It has everything in it, and she doesn't have to worry about me explaining things, because we went over it and I explained it and she knows what to do. So this is why we're in the store, because I'm going to show you guys what you need to get as a mom girl. And hopefully this helps out for some of you girlies if you are not yet but are close enough to the age where you are going to start your period. I'm going to go park somewhere else because there's like this creepy truck and I don't like it. So we're going to park somewhere else and I'll show you all the things that I get personally that's affordable, not expensive. So let's go. Alright ladies, so I went to pick up my favorite brand, Always, and they were on sale and I grabbed the last pack. This is a good brand for all my girls that have like a lighter flow. This will help them out, even though it's a panty liner. I also did buy some disinfecting wipes because you never know, sometimes you may clean up after yourself, but there's always like residue like blood, and you want to be very, very clean and hygienic so others don't know. Alright, so I grabbed everything that I needed to grab. So I'm not going to be able to stop by Sephora, so I'm going to end up going to, what is it that I can go to? I'm going to go home now because it's a little bit hot. And this heat I cannot take. So I'm going to try to get home and then I'll show you guys what I got. Okay, so I had to fix my camera, but hopefully y'all can see me. I'm filming in my living room, so hopefully y'all can see me better. Anywho, so I just came back. It is super hot outside, by the way. That's gonna be my last time going to the store. Like, I'm not going no more. I don't want to spend no more. That's it for my whole week. So since I wanted to go over this, because I've barely seen this so many times on YouTube, I wanted to be the first out of all the influencers or creators to share this, because I think this is very important and I want to be able to share this with you guys. I did get a bunch of other goodies, but let's get into it. Since I couldn't find anything, and of course it was hot and my van don't have AC, I had this bag that I've always had, and it's by Sonia Kashuk. You can get this at Target. I think her brushes, her bag, everything, her accessories are good quality. And since it's black, and I know that you can't see through it or anything, and you can even use this to like wash and it'll still be like brand spanking new. Variety of little pouches. They may not be the best, but they do have like girly stuff that can be very, very outstanding. And I know all little girls, they love something that's just bright or it's something that's colorful and it just represents them. So I would recommend a black bag too, if your daughter's not the type that wants people to see through this or doesn't want all that brightness so that people don't notice it. So this would be a very good handy thing. And plus you have a little hook so they could put like their hand touch in there or anything that they have to keep them like remembering like, hey, this is my emergency kit, I'll use this. If you don't want to spend too much and you want to start off with something, I recommend these Always No Feel Protection. These right here are really good and they're super affordable. They were $1.29. I know at the Dollar Tree they have the Carefree ones that are $1.25, but $3-4 difference. But these are really good and they're so useful. So I will about 2 or 3 of them just to put in her kit, or you can add about 5 in the little pouch. That way they know like, oh, this is something that I do need, so I'm just gonna put it in there. So we're just gonna put that in the bag. So the next thing that I really, really love, and it's not close to a pad, but it's almost to a pad and it's similar, whether they have a heavy flow or they don't know exactly what to expect. I would start off with the little ones, and let's say if they do end up having a heavy flow, you can tell your little girls or your girls to wear like 2 pads. And if they really, really have like a heavy flow like me, for example, then I would go and buy the little thin, bigger sizes of the always pad, and I'll show you guys one here that y'all can get. It's really good. Next thing I got was these Kleenex. I know this is something that my kids all need, so this is not like an emergency kit, but even though like it's still good for your girls in case like if they're crying or they need something to make them feel better, this will help out so much, whether they're stuffy and things like that. Very convenient, and I think it's just a useful thing that you need in your kit. But it's always good to have some wipes just in case, like if you have to wipe down, let's say that a drip of blood came off, because usually sometimes it does happen, and it always happens to me when I'm at home, and sometimes I don't see it at the seat, and my husband has to remind me and say, babe, you left a little bit of blood. So just to like avoid it, grab you some little disinfecting wipe. These were 89 cents, but you can always get the other ones or the other brands that you prefer. This one was just cheaper for me, and I prefer these. And at Dollar Tree, they have the same ones, but a bigger size and a different brand name, but they work and it's really good. So these things are really good. And what I do is I just simply just do this. If it doesn't fit, grab you like a Ziploc bag and add it. Now, I forgot one more thing that you can add because it's also good and it's very helpful. I would recommend to buying a nice little scented spray. I couldn't find anything. I know that they have the Sol de Janeiro, but it's too big and they don't have any mini sizes as far as I know. But if you do tend to find a little spray or something close to it that can help like take the smell away, because sometimes, let's be honest, blood can be a little bit stinky. But if you constantly change your pad and you do everything right and you're keeping up with your hygiene, then all that will be avoided. Trust me, because I have a heavy flow and I definitely don't like the smell. Always very hygienic when it came to my period. Like I always had to change, even though my mom used to get mad and she was like, that's wasting. I didn't care because I had such a heavy flow that my pad will fill up and I just didn't want to smell. Like I knew some people that used to have that smell, but it wasn't their fault. It was just because, you know, when you have a bad odor, it's hard and you go through that. But I think if you just constantly change it and don't leave it in for more than 7 hours and constantly change it, you'll be fine. But I will recommend that. And if you do, like my daughter has a little hand touch, she can also spray that as well and it gives it a little scent. Either way, those are what you really need for your emergency kit for your period. So now that we finish off with that, and I gave you all my goodies and all my secrets for emergency kit for your little girl or a young lady, those are my tips, and let's get into the other haul. So the next thing I got was these gallon Ziploc bags, because I had put my son's extra clothes because he's in pre-K, and whenever they have accidents, I always tend to have like a Ziploc bag, but I didn't, so I ended up getting these big Ziploc bags. I'm not gonna give it to the teacher, but I'm definitely going to put his name in his clothes because I don't know if the teacher did put it or not, but I have these just for emergencies, just in case I need to add extra clothing for him if he has an accident. Another thing too, I also bought a second pair of these disinfecting wipes for his bag, because whenever they have accidents, it's always good to clean up after. And since I teach my son to clean up after his mess, even at home, when sometimes he pees everywhere on the floor and it stinks, and then I have to go back, Clorox it, make sure it smells good, and do it every time. These are your best friends for your baby, especially if they're going into pre-K. So this is a good, convenient thing for them, or for your kids that are older, so it helps them, you know, stay adjusted to their hygiene. I know that some moms don't judge me for this, but my daughter plays soccer, and before, me and my husband used to tape up her leg and her ankle, so whenever she would play, she would be able to kick the ball a lot harder because she's so tiny. But recently, last couple of months after her tournament, before her tournament actually, I decided to shave her legs. Now I know that she's little, I know that. But I wanted to change something from my generation that my mom used to do to me. And I wanted to tell myself that, hey, it's okay. We're still beautiful. But if I don't want her to be complaining about the tape pulling her hair, then I'm gonna make a difference. And I ended up shaving her legs for her. So I seen that they had the mini sizes in the middle part of Target, and I ended up getting the Sugar Face scrub. This one is a face scrub, but I decided to tell myself I'm gonna use this for her legs and it's gonna work out. They had the one for the scrub, body scrub, but since I seen it, I was like, oh, this is a face scrub. But I was like, it's the same thing. So I got her this so we can use this on her legs. I usually get name brand toothpaste, but my kids recently, they just don't like to floss, and I have to constantly remind them. And I know I have a bad habit of not remembering and being consistent with them, or being right there, seeing what they're doing. So now I have to do that. So I ended up buying them just a regular toothpaste mint, because lately some kids, they don't like the bubblegum flavor. So I was like, let me just try this one out. It's on sale, it's cheap, and why not? So I ended up getting this. This is very simple and it's very minty, so it'll help out with them. And it'll help keep their teeth nice and clean and breath free. I got, which I was debating about, but I told myself I'm gonna get it, and next time maybe I might get it for my daughters. But I needed something for my son. Like I said, my son, his lips get dry just like his sisters, so I wanted something moisturizing. This, in fact, you do need, because before I never knew about this, and I wish my mom was a little bit more on her research, but you know, back then things were a lot different than what it is now. But you don't want to spend too much on unnecessary things and then have overconsumption of things. So I like to make sure that whatever I buy and it's consistent, is not money and it's a waste, and also like I know it's going to be in good use. So I bought my son this for $2.99, and I think this is the Vaseline Lip Therapy Original for Soft Smooth Lip. I got him this one because he doesn't like all that scent, and since he's a boy, you know, I try to keep things boy related because I have sons too, and I have to cater to them as well. So this is what I got. Another dental thing that I did, I usually just get like the cheaper version of mouthwash, but I told myself I want my kids to have better teeth than me, cleaner, floss better, everything. I want them to be better than what I used to do. And I ended up getting this Thorough Breath, because lately the other mouthwash do not do nothing for my kids' mouth, and usually something that's gonna work and it's gonna benefit them. I decided to get them this one because this one really does work after you floss, and it does such a good job. This was, I think, like $6 or $7, but it's worth it. How they have like the $3, the dollar section. I was thinking about getting my son a Yeti, but that's probably gonna have to wait for a little bit, because my daughter also wants a new Stanley cup, because the one that she has the straw, and I don't want her taking it because it'll spill. So I need to get her the one that her sister and brother has, but maybe something different since her birthday's coming up. So I know she's gonna appreciate that so much. And if you haven't noticed, we are gonna be the first in our state to have the first Chick-fil-A with 2 stories. I just wanted to let y'all know. And it's gonna be so amazing. She's gonna be the first to experience that in this month of her birthday, and I'm super excited to go with her. But I just wanted to just give a little shout out to my baby girl, Sophie. Anyways, so I won't keep rambling. I did get this. This was in the $3 section, and it has like these little things, so it'll be a little bit fun for my son. It kind of looks like something close to like dinosaur related, even though it's not. But I wanted something to make him feel like even though I'm not there, he has something of me, and it'll keep him from worrying and not getting to him and him not wanting to go to school. So this here will help him out. Last but not least, lately, I'm not gonna lie, I sometimes pluck out my little bigotitos, which is right here, because let's be honest, I have it and my daughter ended up getting it as well. So what I did differently so that she doesn't have to go through it, because she did get bullied a couple times with people, and I've always constantly tell her that she's beautiful the way she is and how God made her. But they did, in fact, said a little things that I didn't like, because I used to have the same people tell me the same thing. So I wanted to change that and do something so they won't start talking ish no more. I think my daughter, the Flawless, the removable hair. I had one already, but my other daughter decided to break it, and I tried to fix it as much as I can, but I couldn't, and it's very expensive. It's like $20. They have other ones that are a little bit more, but I had choose this one, and it's really good. And all you have to do is just maintenance it and keep it clean and just away from kids, because if not, this will mess up and you don't want to have to go and buy another one. I use this for even myself, but my daughter, and this helps out so much. So I'm glad that I ended up buying it. And all you need is a AA for this, and usually sometimes they come with a battery. By the way, let me show you how it looks. This is how it looks. I got the purple one because it's simple and it goes like this, and all you do is just release the bottom part. Hold up, because we ain't trying to break it. This one's a little bit, hold on. All you do is you use this, you take it off, and so that is super convenient, and it comes with instructions and everything that you need to know. And all you do with this, you just remove this part and you clean the inside of this, and as well as the inside of this. All you have to do is just take out the little wheel and clean everything, like the hairs, and then put it back in with like one of those little tweezers you use for your eyebrows. Nice and simple, and it's so easy and convenient. And then once you're done, all you do is just put it back and you just twist it. And let me show you, and it has a light too, so let's say if you do it in the dark, it'll help out so much, and you don't have to worry about trying to do it all in the morning or with light. This helps out. So this is how it looks, and it makes this noise, so it's not as bad. And then you go in, so that helps. Now that we finished with that, we're gonna go in with this here, and this is the lip balms that I've been telling you guys about that I had to get for my daughters. I thought they were gonna give me a discount, and I ended up realizing that I did not have nothing, and I didn't use my birthday code. So I was like, girl, like, I didn't use my birthday. I could have used that and got points, but it's fine. That'll be the last time I go to Ulta for a good while, because Ulta be doing me wrong. Sephora, that's my girl. Anywho, but I ended up getting these Lano Lips baby balms, and they came in a set of 3. It was like $14, but at Target I did see it too for $10 for a scrub and a lip product, a lip balm. But I didn't want to get it because I'm like, I had 3 daughters, I need a lip balm. It's like, no, because it's too expensive, it's not even worth all that, and plus, like, no, you're young for that and you don't need that. It's not good for your lips. So I was like, let me give this a try. Even the girl told me that it was really good, even though that's just her convincing me to buy it. And I was like, you know what, I'll end up getting it for them. Hopefully they take care of it, because the last time I bought them the e.l.f. one, they didn't even take care of that. So this is the closest that they're gonna get, and if they don't take care of this, that's it for them. So that is it for today. I will catch you guys up ahorita in a little bit, because I have to go pick up the kids, and so I'm gonna finish cleaning up all this mess and try to relax, and then go pick up my kids. So we see you later.